All right, you little cuties, how's it going? It's Dr. Christine here. This is a home edition because in my work town, which is Shelby Township, we have power outage, and we've had a power outage since Wednesday night, so I've not been in the office on Friday, and power is still not restored for today, but I have power where I live, so that's why I'm going to be broadcasting from home today. So how are you guys doing? Hey Nika, how are you? So thanks for being here, sharing this out. If you can share it out, that'd be great. I don't know if you can within this group. Hi Bogey, hi Fabi, how are you guys? Good afternoon, how are you? And so what I'm going to be doing is fielding your questions as usual, but just from my house, so it's not going to be as, tight because I don't have my studio. And by studio, I mean my camera stand and all that good stuff. So I can only be like, hello, gorgeous. Hi, Bogey, how are you? So I can only use one hand. Hi, Fabi, how are you? Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. So we're going to get into the questions in just a second, but just a quick couple of announcements. This coming Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Michigan, Sterling Heights, at the AMC Forum. I bought the theater. So you guys have free tickets. Bring as many people as you want. It's going to be the movie Trace Amounts, which is Autism, Mercury, and the Hidden Truth. So I hope to see you guys there for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be doing a quick 20-minute Q&A after. That's all the theater is letting us have is 20 minutes. However, I have set up a webinar, which will be 1 week after the event, which is March 22nd. That will be, I think that's going to be at 2 p.m. But anyways, to register for that webinar, it's totally free, so you can be on there live. We'll have a panel discussion. That link is thedigestiondoc.click/trace movie. Okay? Hey, Marianne. Hey, Kathy. How are you guys? Thanks for being here. So again, that's March 15th, Wednesday, my mom's 70th birthday, everybody. 70. My mom's going to be 70. That's crazy. And so that'll be at 7:30 p.m. at the AMC Forum. So hope to see you there for that. And if you can't, register for the live webinar the week after. And hopefully we'll have people coming on and talking and things like that about some of their experiences, moms and things like that. So that will be the following weekend, March 22nd at 2 p.m. I believe. But just double check me by going to the registration link, which is thedigestiondoc.click/trace movie. So I know my hair is tame today. It's not always like this, but I brushed it just before I came on. I wanted to show you extra forehead. You know, it's all about the forehead. So that's what I think. Anyway, let's see what else. If you're not on my daily email list, what are you waiting for? Join me over there by going to bit.ly/Christine Daily Dose. I think I have another link for it somewhere also, but bit.ly/Christine Daily Dose. And Christine, the C in Christine, the D in Daily, and the D in Dose are all capitalized, so I'd love to see you over there as well. And finally, my last announcement is we just unveiled my new product. It's a membership, a monthly membership, paid membership called Healthy Rebels VIP. I'm really excited to build this thing. It's going to be something you're going to want to be a part of because it's going to be unlike a lot of stuff that's out there, but it's brand new, so stay tuned for how this starts to develop. And if you want to check that out, that should be in this Facebook group too. But let's see if I can remember this link as well. Again, I don't have all my props, so that would be thedigestiondoc.click/member VIP. I believe that's what it is. And if you want to check out more about it, you can watch the replay of the webinar I did yesterday, and or go to thedigestiondoc.click/VIP replay. I know I've given you so many things. Hi, Sarah. How are you? I know. So we meet again. It was good seeing you on my Periscope earlier today. So let's get into your questions, and I'll do my best to get to all these today, and just fire off some other questions that you guys have for me as I go. So we're going to start off with Mildred. She was asking about water. What kind of water? The sun is blasting. I just love that. Oh God, that's why I love this house. So she's asking about water. What water do I recommend? Straight out of the bottle, but she's asking me in their well water straight from the ground. They've had it tested and it indicates that it's better than the average water. I agree. I say drink it. I say enjoy it and go that route. I also recommend Berkey, any kind of reverse osmosis. I recommend any kind of purified. I've been reading more about Fiji water that has a lot of good stuff in it that helps with detoxing the body as well. So, hey, Lenny, how are you? Thanks, Lenny. Lenny's always got my back. I miss you, buddy. Lenny just left not that long ago. When did she leave? Thursday to go back home. So we had a lot of fun masterminding and all kinds of good stuff. So Let's see. Jana says, hey, Dr. Christine, what is the relationship between diet, digestion, and bouts of gout? So great question. The relationship is simply that most often that you're having a uric acid buildup, and that could be a lot of protein deficiency, meaning deficiency in eating enough and or not digesting it well. So this is one of the things I test for my protein test on my leaky gut test kit is how well you are digesting your protein. So the foods that you want to be aware of to be minimizing in your diet are going to be meats, are going to be things like wines, stuff like that can increase a uric acid accumulation. However, if you're digesting food well, hint, smartcarb, omegadigestion.com, if you're digesting food well, you have less chance of inflammation, all this kind of stuff. So definitely check into that. Man, this sun. I need a visor, but I'm plugged in right here. Okay, great question. I hope that helps with that. Need to know more information what else is going on. Remember, there are 8 phases of digestive stress. So they go diet, digestion, bowel elimination, inflammation, huge, okay? Then we have immune system that's affected. Then we have our autonomic nervous system that's affected. Then we have the endocrine system that's affected, which is your hormone system. And then we have the lymphatics, which is your body's sewer system. So these are all implicated in any kind of issues with any kind of gas, bloat, gout, stiff, achy joints, you name it. They all play into this. Okay, Victoria says, are digestive enzymes the same as pancreatic enzymes? My functional doc has me on pancreatic enzymes. The answer is absolutely not. They're totally different. Pancreatic enzymes have no presence in the human stomach, and therefore they cannot digest food in the human stomach. That's the whole point of a digestive enzyme, like smart carb, okay, or whatever it is. So the whole point of a digestive enzyme is to, after 1 hour of taking the enzymes at the start of your meal, your food should be up to 80% digested. Your food should be up to 80% pre-digested after 1 hour. So what does that mean? That means that if your food is up to 80% pre-digested before that food reaches the duodenum, or the first part of your small intestine, that means that there's far, far less work for the gut to do, which means more energy for your body to heal and recover. Pancreatic enzymes work after the stomach, okay? So they are completely different. Smart Lymph has pancreatic enzymes in it as well. That's why Smart Lymph, I say, is a healing enzyme, okay? I hope that clears that up. All right, Deanna says, best supplement to stimulate the nitric oxide process in the body. So, you know, what I would recommend is not so much, whew, man, that's so much better. Hey, guys. Hey, we have Petro, Kimbra, Kathy, Diane, Elizabeth, or Lisa, Shonda, Mary, Bessie. How you guys doing? You guys dropped in, so I want to say hi to you. So here's what I would say about that. I would say not so much a supplement, but more so what foods to eat. So I'm a big fan of beets, and actually, I just used this today. Let me just show you. I'll go for a little journey. I hope I don't lose you. So I'm going to show you my fridge, and I'll show you something that I just used. So first, there's me and my sister. I think I was 3, hence the 3 candles. I like my sweater. In fact, Lenny, don't you have a sweater just like that? I think you do, Lenny. And then here's me and my sister again, when we both fit into one of those chairs. You guys remember those chairs with those crazy fibers on there? Anyways, I don't know why I feature my sister on my fridge. Oh, and then here's one of my favorite pictures. This is me looking in a mirror. You can't see that mirror there. And I'm looking in the mirror, combing my hair. I would look into the mirror, and I would pretend that there's an imaginary world in that mirror. All right, so here's my fridge. This is what I was talking about. This is what I'd recommend for nitric oxide, is to eat more beets. And I recommend this product. I love it. It's delicious. And it's called Beet Juice Powder. It's organic, and it's non-GMO. And okay, it's just pure beet juice that has been dehydrated in a way where, you know, they're using their proprietary low temperature process. So, so anyways, this is something I highly recommend. It's just 1 scoop, and let me just show you. Ugh, I can't open it with 1 hand. Okay, here we go. Let me just show you how amazing that is. Doesn't that look so good? And it tastes so good. So I recommend for nitric oxide, to that question, to pick up something like this. It's delicious. You could add it to water. You could add it to to your juice. Like I juiced my stuff today, and so I just threw that in there. So this is a little bonus. I just went shopping. I just got back from the grocery store, so let me just show you a little bit around my fridge. So I got some Bouts here that I messed up on because I did the second ferment with lavender in it. So I mean, I did the first ferment with lavender in it. I screwed up. I didn't do the second one, but I can't let it go because it's still tasty. When Lenny was here, she would drink these like crazy, and she would never leave me any. So thankfully, I get to use some of this. Here's some of my sauerkraut that I still have to get into. I haven't been eating that enough. And so you can see that my fridge is not the healthiest thing known to man, but there's a lot of good things in there. Like I love my jalapenos, stuff like that. I got some grass-fed beef today. Strawberries that are organic. I only got one because I don't want them to go bad. I got an aloe leaf for my skin. Throw those in the fridge. Those are amazing. You just squeak out the aloe right out of there. It's good. I gotta use that up. Here's some leftover roasted veggies when Lenny was here. Here's my favorite bread that I never even go through a whole loaf of this, but I love this sprouted stout by Berlin Bakery. I really love these guys. So you can only find this at Whole Foods or maybe specialty health food stores. I just so happen to get mine at Whole Foods all the time. I love cheese and dairy and all that. Yes, this isn't organic, but it's grass-fed, so I'm like, okay, I'll try you out. And I got some garlic dip there. Not the healthiest either. Some broth. I have not tried this toasted coconut almond milk yet. I haven't tried it, but what I like is that they got rid of the carrageenan, so that's nice. So we'll see. And over here, got some things like, you know, a beer. This is the best beer, I think. But I think Shinerbach and Sam Adams are the great domestics. I love this butter. This butter by Vital Farms is really good too. So, hey, Roberto. Yeah, Lenny, I straightened up a tiny bit. So, let me just show you. So, like I said, I just got back from the store, so I had to straighten some stuff out. But I love cilantro. This is like just an amazing, amazing herb. It's my favorite herb in the universe. I could just drink this when I make my little chutney type stuff. So, definitely get organic when it comes to herb. Hungarian pepper. Got some onions here. So, this is just what these are starting to go, so I got to use this guy up. It's getting kind of funny. Jalapenos, love that stuff. And then down here I got my celery to go into the juicer. It's getting kind of bad on this lettuce. I got to eat that up, and that kale is definitely looking sad. But I mean, this is what my fridge looks like. And then I think I was a bear in a past life because I love blackberries. I don't know about you guys, but this is, I think, my favorite berry lately. It changes. I get it. Just some fruit and stuff like that. Some ginger. Over here, oh, this is a good mayo, you guys. I like this brand. If you guys want to use it, it's pure avocado oil. Okay. So it does have eggs, so obviously if you're vegan, you wouldn't be eating this. But there is no soybean oil, I don't believe in here. I'm pretty sure there isn't, so that's great. That. And I love this. Is my favorite olive. This is my favorite olive ever. And I kind of have a mustard problem. I have all these mustards. Anyway. Okay, so that's my fridge. And I think I showed you guys everything. But yeah, this is for your question about nitric oxide. Get this, Beats. And so instead of a supplement, I would recommend using food as a source. So that's what I would say to that. Also know that nitric oxide is incredible for dilating your blood vessels and helping with heart health and things like that. So that's why people love it so much. But it also has function in the brain. It also has function in the gut. So nitric oxide is good stuff. Okay. No, well, Lenny straightened out my fridge a little bit, but I can be like a bachelor, you know what I mean? Like I just sometimes I can be just a slob. I mean, I'm just going to tell you how it is. Sometimes I don't like doing dishes, and sometimes I don't clean up my fridge. I mean, I'm no different than probably most of you. Who has a clean fridge 24/7, 365? I bet nobody. Thanks, Lenny. Yes. And I love to cook too. Lisa, you love blackberries too? Awesome. Very good. All right, so let me get back into the questions here. I hope that answered that for you. So the bottom line is, best supplement is beets. And so that's not a supplement, it's a food. So that's what I would tell you. But get that beet powder would be the other thing. Okay. Petro says, what can you do to treat gastritis naturally? I've been to many doctors and they cannot understand why I'm sick year after year. Mary says, did they test for H. pylori? She said yes. Last year they did the scope. They said no. And somebody else, Diane, was also asking, I'm dealing with gastritis and can't seem to care cure it, and the doctors can't seem to, oh my gosh, this sun, and the doctors can't seem to find out. Home edition, it's home edition. Doctors can't seem to find out what's wrong. Okay, so this is easy. Okay, this is really easy. And I don't think either of you have tested with me, if I'm correct. So the first thing I would recommend is going to virtualdigestiondoc.com and let's work together, because it sounds like this has been a journey of discovery that you've not been led down the correct path. This is where I come in. This is what I do all day long. I'm not worried about gastritis at all. After all, what I'm talking to you about are the 8 phases of stress, which apply for anything. So gastritis, heartburn, it would apply for diverticulitis, diverticulosis, constipation, diarrhea, you name it. So we're looking at diet, digestion, bowel elimination, inflammation, immune system, autonomic nervous system, endocrine system, and lymphatics. Same sequence of events, guys. So why the leaky gut test kit, my urine test kit, is so important is that you have to really identify what you are and not, what you are digesting well and what you are not digesting well. Okay? Because the phrase "you are what you eat" is false. It is "you are what you digest." Big difference. Okay? Really big difference. So you need to make sure you know what you're even doing. For example, if you are not digesting fats well, then you shouldn't even be taking a vitamin D without fat digestion support. Okay? Because vitamin D is a steroid or a fat, and so therefore it's not going to help your cause if you're struggling to digest fats. Also, if you're having a hard time digesting fats, cucumbers might give you issues. They might have you create a lot of inflammation that creates gas and bloating and discomfort. So gastritis is nothing more than inflammation, hence itis, of your stomach, maybe your intestines, things like this, and that's something that can be easily reversed when you know what to look for. Remember, the medical model is broken. They want to give you antacids all day long. They just want to try to cover up symptoms and give you this silly drug crap like gastritis. They probably wanted to give you omeprazole or Nexium or Prilosec or that kind of thing. And I'll just answer this question right now from Michelle, who asked, can I explain this heartburn thing again to her mom and the antacid thing to her mom because she didn't understand it, or somebody, I think it was your mom. Simply put, you need a certain acidity in your stomach, okay? You want your pH of your stomach to go down low, which is moving toward the acidic level. So the lower the number, the more acidic your stomach is, okay? And you need that acidity, can get to as low as 2.0. Water is 7.0. Stomach acidity can get to as low as 2.0. And so when that stomach gets acidic, that's good, because then and only then can switches turn on to digest protein, your healing nutrient. The nutrients like protein create insulin. They create hemoglobin. They create thyroxine and so on. So you need to understand how important protein digestion is. By taking an antacid or anti-acid, you are not allowing the stomach acid to get to 2.0 or 3 or whatever it needs to do to generate that digestion of protein. Sorry, so then you are not, therefore, going to get good quality hormones. You're not going to make good quality thyroxine. You're not going to make good hemoglobin and so on and so forth. Antacids tamper with Mother Nature. The second thing that antacids prevent, in other words, the second switch that you need to turn on, other than protein digestion, is you need that switch to turn on mineral absorption. So minerals like zinc, potassium, calcium, you name it. These are minerals that are going to be, the body's utilization of them are going to be impaired when you have the presence of an anti-acid or an antacid or a proton pump inhibitor. So I hope that clears that up. Also, have your mom, Michelle, watch the video I just did, which is thedigestiondoc.click/VIP replay. And in that, I talk about that exact question. Okay? Annie, you like my home edition? How you doing, Annie? Annie, how you feeling? Yeah, you got it, Deanna. I hope you guys loved my fridge. It's just straightened up just a little bit. All right, let's see. Petro, even if you're from South Africa, that's okay. I can help you long distance. We could get on Zooms. We can get on the phone with all the technology we have right now. There's no reason to worry. And I've shipped as far away as Saudi Arabia. So don't let that inhibit your wanting to work with me. I would love to work with you. Okay, let's see. Kimbra says, what are my thoughts on anxiety and magnesium deficiency? My anxiety lately has occasionally gone through the roof and, of course, helps me or keeps me near the bathroom. Help. All right, so anxiety oftentimes can be linked to, we just keep going back to the same things, which is protein deficiency. And mostly, I mean, perhaps not eating enough protein. So you need to be eating enough protein, guys. I say this till I'm blue in the face, or in this case, red in the face with the sunshine, which is great. I love it, even though it's 20 degrees out. But if you are not consuming enough protein, you want to start there. Understand something. Protein makes your hormones. Protein has a lot to do with your neurotransmitters. Your gut has a lot to do with serotonin. Most of your serotonin, your calming chemical, is made in the gut, but it's also a derivative of protein. So if you're not getting 60 grams of protein a day, I would say start there for sure. You want to start there for sure. And the other thing is, if you're not handling your emotions or your emotional stress, the fastest way you can get those things in check is to exercise, okay, to hydrate, to talk to somebody, to feel like it's safe with somebody, a good friend that you have, to be vulnerable. And so that would be something I'd recommend right off the top there is if something's on your mind, talk about it to somebody that you know you could trust. A lot of this pent up anxiety and depression and things like this I think people have is just an overwhelming accumulation of shame. And this is where I'd really recommend a lot of Brene Brown stuff. Brene, not Rene, B as in boy, Renee. Brene, I think she's an amazing author and speaker about a lot of this. She did a great, amazing TED Talk, one of the best TED Talks ever. So check into that. I'm not saying that that's what's happening with you specifically, but as far as it relates to magnesium, they're not super connected as far as my work is concerned. So they're more so protein connected, the anxiety and the what's going on with your thoughts and things like that. But yeah, magnesium tends to loosen the stool. So if that's what you're noticing, then you want to back off the magnesium. And try eating more good quality protein. So hemp, eggs, make sure you get pastured eggs. Hemp, I love Nutiva as a brand. So that's what I would say there. Let's see what else. Holly says, what are your thoughts on BHB and specific bacteria, the gatekeepers? So Holly, you're talking about beta hydroxybutyrate or something like that with the ketones stuff. This is not my area of specialty, so I will pass on answering your question because I don't offer a lot of value to you for that. But you're talking about exogenous ketones versus endogenous ketones, I believe, and that's just not my area of specialty. Helen says, I have a propensity to produce kidney stones, 2 lithotripsies so far. I heard drink distilled water instead of regular drinking water because all the minerals in the water, thus creating more stones. Also not to take calcium because of the same reason. Enlighten me. So I don't agree with that, doctor. I'm not saying I'm against distilled water at all because I'm not, but, you know, I just think that it's an interesting thing that a doctor is going to think that the type of hydration is going to create more stones, whereas it's mostly going to be the foods that you're eating, in my opinion, and the lack of foods that you are, the foods that you are not properly digesting would be what I would say there. So Helen, are you taking a digestive enzyme? Are you avoiding the 5 belly busters, which are pork, peanuts, corn, soy, wheat? This is applicable for anybody's situation that's watching. I know I say that a lot too because it's what it is. I mean, that's an accumulation. The 5 belly busters, understand this. The 5 belly busters are an accumulation of my 17 years in practice. Still in practice, just not yesterday and today because of the dang powers out. But anyway, I feel like I'm on the bench. I hate it. But anyway, understand that those foods are picked by me because of what I've seen as a detective over all these years in the digestive system. So reach out to me more, Helen. Look into virtualdigestiondoc.com if you want to work with me. There are 3 ways to work with me there. And there's actually a 4th way now, which is Healthy Rebels VIP. Really quick, if you guys haven't heard about this yet, Healthy Rebels VIP is a monthly membership. It's $97 a month, which gives you unlimited access to me between 8 and 4 on Wednesdays, one-on-one through the app on your phone called Voxer. It's a voicemail text messaging app. It includes a once-a-month meeting online and all kinds of other stuff. And the big thing is it includes free shipping on any supplement. So one shipping charge is $15. So you can do the math there. And so that's the way you can work with me too, without paying my in-office visit, which are $67. So everybody that's on here that's ever worked with me for a follow-up visit, you guys know it's $67. That's how much it is. And so with this $97 a month thing, you could talk to me as many times as you need to throughout the month on Wednesday. You could talk to me 4 Wednesdays in a row, and that would be $67 each, but not with VIP. It's only $97 once. So that's a little bit more about that. All right, let's see. Oh, Michelle also asked about sparkling mineral water that has a hint of lime, but nothing else. No sugar, no sodium, no nothing. Is this okay? So there are a lot of different schools of thought on this too. Man, my face is like this whole screen. Sorry, guys. I don't have my gadgets. Anyway, so, you know, there's a lot of different schools of thought on this, but here's what I will tell you. I don't think on occasion that's a big deal, but I just don't think that that is something you should be doing every day. I just don't think that's the natural way to drink water. I think you should just drink good old-fashioned purified reverse osmosis or Fiji water, or get water that has like Crystal Energy. Lenny, if you're still on, you could throw in that link there to get that. It's just drops of stuff that you could add into your water to make your water more balanced. And or also good things to do are put some lemon in your water, lemon juice, lemon slices, cucumber slices, this kind of thing. Put that in your water if you wanted to as well. All right, Mildred says, are there any differences in the brands of table salt and the effects they have in our bodies? Regular salt versus sea salt versus Himalayan salt, which ones do you recommend? So I prepped for this question. I just wanted to get my salt here. This is a salt that I like called real salt, okay? What's amazing about sea salt and things like that are that they have all the other minerals from the sea. So you've got magnesium, you've got iodine, you've got all kinds of trace minerals that you just lack when you get an iodized salt. So those are crappy. The other thing I'll tell you is get more than just one type of brand. So in my pantry, I have more than just this one. I kind of have like a salt collecting fetish. If you guys ever shop at TJ Maxx, why I love TJ Maxx is they have great they have a little great section of sea salts over there and different olive oils and things like that. Little reason why you can go check out TJ Maxx. But anyways, I like to get different sea salts from different places just because I feel like I'm getting a better cross referenced amount of minerals in my salt. So I change it up. I don't always get the same one. But yeah, you don't want to buy regular iodized salt with Morton and the girl with the umbrella. You want to get Himalayan sea salt, any kind of salt like that. All right, let's see. Peggy says, happy belated birthday, Peggy. She says, can ear trouble or infections be hereditary? If grandpa had ear issues, can granddaughter also have issues? It's not usually genetic at all. If you've heard the term epigenetics, the prevailing theme there is that 70% of our health has a lot to do with our choices, our environment, things like this, and about 30% is genetic. So the propensity for you to have a hereditary ear infection or ear trouble from grandpa is remote, in my view. So I would lead, and why it looks like it's more genetic is that families tend to do the same. Families tend to behave and eat and drink the same way. So it's going to look genetic if everybody's having macaroni and cheese and drinking Coca-Cola and taking antibiotics like candy. It's going to look like it's genetic if everybody has similar illnesses and issues, but that's really not the case. Those are choices that have to do with an environmental choice, the medical model being broken, people falling prey to that. I mean, you get some people that are so far up a medical doctor's rear end that it doesn't matter what they say, they'll just do whatever the heck they say. It's really scary, okay? It's really scary. All right, Debbie says, I make my own oat flour of whole rolled gluten-free oats since oats are a grain. Should I be avoiding them since I have IBS? Debbie, not necessarily. Like I said before, I might have you avoid cucumbers if you can't digest fats properly. So having a different type of diet, or what, Dr. Christine, what can I eat? One of the top 5 questions I often get asked, the answer is it depends. It depends on how you can digest this food, okay? So that's an issue. All right, Fabi says, Dr. Christine, is there a cure for diverticulitis? I was hospitalized in 2014 for acute diverticulitis. I got diagnosed with low-grade acute diverticulitis today. I'm afraid that I'm going to become antibiotic resistant pretty soon. What would you recommend? I would recommend getting on the phone with me, Fabi. It's been a little while. So I don't think we've even had a follow-up, have we? So let's get that tuned up, and I'll give you some advice about what to do there. And no, I don't want you becoming antibiotic resistant. I don't want you on antibiotics at all. That's how I feel about that. Again, I'm not your medical doctor, but I am your functional med type doc. So let's reach out and talk to each other. Michaela says, I'm experiencing burning fluid coming up in my throat and lots of belly pain. I'm going through a lot of stress with my mom moving into a nursing home full time after her fall. Is the stress the culprit here? The answer is yes. Emotional stress is one of the biggest stresses of all, for sure. And if not, it is the biggest stress. So that's really a sad situation. I'm sorry to hear about your mom. You know, that's rough. You know, that's rough. So here's what I would say. Are you taking 6 extra caps of Smart Carb or Pan every half hour when you have that? Are you meditating? Are you, just trying to really sort through these emotions you're feeling? Are you moving? I know that you're in a lot of pain, so I know that that's hard for you still, but I know you're getting better. So I would start with what's really going on with your meditation game, what's going on with your emotional stress management. I would look at those things because that seems to be the source of stress, is that you are stressed emotionally. Get moving, get outside the best you can. When you are symptomatic, try 6 caps of Pan or Smart Carb every half hour, whatever one you're on, I'm not sure. I'm glad that you're hydrating. You want to be close to 96 ounces a day. Make sure you're avoiding those 5 belly busters, which I believe you are. And check in with me. Let me know, Michaela. I'm wishing you always the best. All right. Kathy says, I finally started taking my Smart Carb, taking 1 cap 3 times a day. before breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then what do I do with several smaller snacks throughout the day? Should I take one smart carb each time, or just go to 2 caps 3 times a day? So, Kathy, for your bigger meals, move up to 2 caps with your bigger meals. And this is for everybody watching. If you're on smart carb or any other of my supplements for a digestive enzyme, then you would take 2 before your meals. Take 2, start eating. But if it's 100 calories or less, then just take 1 cap. So if you're having like a handful of grapes or something like that. Oh, by the way, I forgot to say too, for nitric oxide, another thing that's going to help support that are to eat foods that are high in flavonoids, foods like onions, grapes, and things like that. So just want to tell you that as well. Flavonoids are amazingly supportive to the nitrates. So pay attention to that as well. But if you're having a small snack, like say you're having a handful of grapes, just take 1 cap of smart carb, and that should do it. And congratulations, Kathy. Kathy is easing into things, and I have patients who are like that, who are really sensitive. They got to start out really slowly. Totally love you guys wherever you are at. All right, Brenda says, we have a 15-year-old teen boy who is very active, very good athlete, has a hard time focusing in and out of school, staying on task, is very unorganized and forgetful, and fidgets. Sugar is kept to a minimum. He has been this way since he was little. We are wondering if this is a biological imbalance and if there is anything I can do. We had 2 teachers this year concerned due to his behavior, fidgeting, distracted, can't sit still in class, and not being able to focus. Thank you. All right, so here's what I'll say, Brenda. First of all, I think that a lot of kids who are gifted, intelligent, smart, who don't want to be sheeple, caught up in the whole routine that is school, I think that sometimes this is a really cool thing when you have a rebellious kid like it sounds like your son is, because think about it. Is that natural? Is that like a natural setting for us to be like thrown into these really small desks next to these kids who probably smell because they either don't shower or, they're eating Fritos and Doritos and Mountain Dew all night, and we got to smell their breath and all this stuff, right? I mean, when we're thrown into these classrooms, I don't know, maybe I got some traumatic stress from my schooling. I don't know. But anyways, that can't be a good thing, it can't necessarily be a good thing. So I just want to put that out there, that it's quick for us to judge and think that kids who have kind of like an ADD type behavior, we're quick to say that these kids, there's something wrong with these kids. And I kind of want you to be counterintuitive and think, maybe these are the kids that are super healthy, that they don't want to be in that environment where it's this forced, repetitive, nonsense. I personally can tell you, I think college is so overrated. I apologize for any teachers that are out there. I'm not saying that teachers are not necessary. They are, but I think college is such a scam with how much they charge for school and what you get and how little you are prepared. Did you almost hear me say littly? How littly prepared you are for life. I mean, it's just sad how college is a scam, in my opinion. So that's just my 2 cents. But what I would say is, you say that he eats well, that you keep sugar to a minimum. What's his exercise like? What's his hydration like? I need to know more of a diet of what your son is eating, Brenda. Has he had chiropractic adjustments? What is he doing for emotional stress? How does he get along with the rest of your family members? So just look at those types of things and just look at your diet, and feel free to reach out to me if you want to show me that diet. I'd be happy to look at it. All right, Kathy says, in regards to smart carb, Kathy, you only get 1 question, so I'm going to skip to the next one. Just kidding. All right, Kathy says, is it okay to open the capsule and mix with something like applesauce to take it? The pill is so light, I have a hard time getting it down to swallow it. Anybody else or just me? Kathy, it's just you. Okay, next question. Just kidding. All right, so Kathy, you can mix it with whatever you want. Because it's a digestive enzyme, it's really simple to do that. So feel free to open that up, mix it with whatever you want. If you are on a certain kind of diet, if I have you on the fat, where you have a hard time digesting fats, you've been on that diet. If you have been more than 2 weeks from now, you could add apples back. So in this case, applesauce would be okay. Deanna says the trick to swallowing, and she goes over that. I like to think of like, you make your mouth into an O. And if you make your mouth into an O like that, and then you drink your water and keep your mouth in that shape of that O as you drink, that usually works for some people too. I mean, I can take like a whole cluster of like 8 or 10 at once, and I'm good. All right, so gosh, that was fast. So those were those questions. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, it's so expensive to be educated at college. It's such a scam. Seriously, I think colleges are criminal with what they charge. Kathy, your son-in-law and daughter are teachers, and they agree with you. Wow, all right, good. Jane, hi Jane. Jane says, sometimes I wake up with what feels like fluid on the outer ear canal, no pain in the ear, sinus perhaps related to clenching teeth at night. It's possible. It could also be a B complex deficiency. Are you a vegan, Jane? You can throw it into the, throw into the thing at the bottom if you're a vegan, Jane. And or if you're vegetarian. She says, further, Jane says, your thoughts on hypothyroidism and scaly dry skin at jawline, almost rash-like, please. So again, I'm going to ask you first, what is your prevalent diet? Let me see if you answered yet. I'm going to look to see if Jane's answering. What is your prevalent diet? I have a suspicion that you are not eating a lot of animal products or not eating enough protein. Okay, you're not a vegan. Are you a vegetarian? Are you mostly vegetarian? Have you any idea how many grams of carbs, or I'm sorry, have you any idea how many protein grams you eat in a day? Jane, everybody's waiting on you. I mean, just kidding. All right, I'll come back and look and see. Annie says, what is your idea on iodine? So what is it? Linny, are you still here? I think it's iodinesource.com. That's the iodine that I recommend, that Linny turned me on to. So I recommend that one. But back to the hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's. This, again, we're talking endocrine here, which is the 7th phase of digestive stress. If you guys have not watched my 30+ minute video on that, I welcome you to do that. You can get that by going to thedigestiondoc.click/stress. You could also get to it by going to the digestiondoctor.com website and putting in your name and email there. Okay, so, but anyways, if you're not eating enough fat, protein, these are your hormone-creating nutrients, then this is going to affect your thyroid. This is going to affect reproduction. This is going to affect adrenals, all this kind of thing. So hormones are very important. Mary, where did I get my beet? I got it off of Amazon. I get most everything off of Amazon. I mean, I wish that they would deliver groceries, all the groceries that I want. I mean, I love going grocery shopping, and a little known secret about me is I love being in the kitchen. I love cooking. But sometimes I'm just like a bachelor and I let things go. All right, let's see if you answered yet. Bessie says, change of season. You're welcome, Mary. Good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah, Amazon too, Kathy. I'm an Amazonaholic. It's like my mom, she's a QVC-aholic. I'm telling on her. She gets QVC like crazy. I'm an Amazonaholic. I get Amazon boxes to the office probably a couple times a week. I mean, why? You know, why not buy on Amazon? It's the same thing you get at the store. No shipping if you have Amazon Prime, and good stuff. Yeah, so Jane, anyways, just back to your question. I don't want to like leave you hanging there, but really, I want you to be looking at how many grams of fat and protein are you consuming. I say that in the B complex because if you're eating a lot of plants only, and you're not having like eggs, you're not having butter, you're not having any animal products or very little animal products, you're going to have a B12 deficiency. And any kind of tinnitus, ear pain, that kind of thing, it can be that. It also could be something going on with your neck being out of alignment, so I'd check into getting a chiropractic adjustment. If you don't already, I would definitely look into that. Those would be my solutions for you, Jane, but great questions. Thoughts? Deanna says, what are your thoughts on fermented soy? So if they're fermented soy and it's non-GMO, that would be something I wouldn't mind you having on occasion. By occasion, I mean maybe once every couple of weeks, something like that. I'm not a fan of, even if it's non-GMO soy, having it often anyways. I'm not a fan of having that regularly. Annie says, my kidney stone is winning the battle with me. 2 ER visits for uncontrollable pain and vomiting. 1 visit to the urologist. 1 visit to outpatient surgery for a shock wave lithotripsy procedure, and I'm still going to pass a 10mm stone at home. The good news is that at the moment I'm nausea-free. So Annie, do we have you on the formula URT, and this is for anybody watching who has kidney stones. URT stands for urinary tract. You can't get it on my website. It has to be purchased through the office phone to call up. But anyways, this has a lot of herbs in there that will help to blast the stone. So if we don't have you on URT, Annie, let's get you on that because the herbs in there help to get rid of the grit and the sandy kind of material that can end up becoming a stone. All right, cool. Yes, Kimbra, you say you love Brene. There's many life changes. So that's probably what's going on, Kimbra. So just hang in there, exercise, talk about it, eat more protein. Acupuncture, I'd highly recommend acupuncture as well, or any auricular therapy where they put like almost like a needle sensation in your ear. This is something that I can personally attest to. It really helps with any kind of anxiety. Another thing I would say to you, Kimbra, back to the anxiety, and anybody watching with anxiety, is Bach flowers, okay, Bach flower. So these are, you can get at Whole Foods for the most part, but they're basically just flower essences that can help with anxiety. And so I would recommend Rescue Remedy for you or anyone watching. Just try it. You just put it right in your mouth, and I swear to God, it worked for me. So let me see. Yes, Rescue Remedy, exactly. You took 1 bottle of URT, Annie? Well, you need more than one. Okay, you need more than one if it's still there. Good job, Kathy. Now, Kathy, do you feel like it works for you too, the Rescue Remedy? You're welcome, Jane. Lisa loves Amazon too. You're welcome, Jane. GABA, that's great, Lenny. GABA helps with anxiety as well if it's missing the body. But still, all of these, any kind of, understand that your amino acids are baby proteins, like serotonin, dopamine, things like this, and they're derived from protein. So even GABA. But GABA's great, Lenny. I really appreciate you throwing that in there. What's your favorite book on that bookshelf behind you other than Wayne Dyer? Wayne Dyer is my favorite Manifest Your Destiny, but I also love Catherine Ponder. You guys want to look at my bookshelf? Just if I get a few yeses, I'll show you guys my bookshelf. I kind of have it organized by category a little bit. What if both anxiety and depression is present, not the same day? So again, this could be digestion related for sure, Bogey, but you know, same thing, fat proteins. We got to get Bogey to gain weight. So that's going to make that issue even worse by not eating enough. Okay, we got one yes for the bookshelf. All right, Tracy says, my 22-year-old daughter has burning mouth syndrome. Doctors say it's probably overactive nerves, but I was wondering if it could be acid reflux. She has no other noticeable symptoms of it. Okay, yeah, so Tracy, great question. I'd love to help her out. If you want to check out virtualdigestiondoc.com. If you don't want to go that route, a quick couple of things would be, is she eating the belly busters? Is she hydrating? I would recommend taking a digestive bitter 15 minutes before she eats, and or taking a whole dropper full of a digestive bitter on the spot when she has this symptom. That's what I would say there. Melina, hi Melina, says, new doctor I'm seeing said that antidepressants are usually made from the natural stuff like St. John's wort and valerian. What are your thoughts on that? My thoughts on that are all the medications, the big pharma stuff, yeah, they originally can start out from herbs and things like this, but then they just completely bastardize them and they go a whole different way. And that's just not what I agree with at all. I know, Bogey, I wish I could give you 100 pounds right now. Oh my gosh, Kathy says she loved Wayne. He was a high school counselor at Mercy High School for a short time. Great guy. Yeah, I just loved him so much. His book, Manifest Your Destiny, just had the greatest impact on me. At the time when I was reading it, it just made such perfect sense to me. Nancy, there you go. You're going to donate some. Nancy, I'm sorry I didn't see you the other day when you came to my office. I know that you came in and said hi to my mom and that, but I wasn't there. Kathy says, I have burning mouth syndrome 2 diagnosed by my ENT, thinks due to anxiety. Okay, Bogey says, you won't believe me, but I love to eat, cook, and I'm just not gaining weight. Not yet. I wish, Bogey. I wish. I am a very large paperweight. All right, Mary says that she read Power of Intention. All right, so let me just show you guys. I think I'll be okay to get up and show you my bookshelf. Thanks. Same thing I was thinking. Couldn't explain it to her. All right. Yeah, Melina, happy to help. You have 100 pounds for me. Yeah, Mary's donating some too. All right. So let me just show you here my bookshelf, and then we'll say goodbye. So up here I just have like this is Catherine Ponder right here. I love her. It's Ponder, but these books were gifted to me by somebody, which I love. But my main favorite book by her, I should say, is The Dynamic Laws of Prosperity. And this fairy book, that's really demented. I wouldn't recommend that. Here I am in India. Taj Mahal behind me there. That was circa 2003. Yeah, 2003. And then I have like more health stuff, a lot of chiropractic, nervous system stuff, health stuff, all kinds of chiropractic books here. And then same thing, more wellness stuff over here. Just giving you a little look. This is a great book too. I just took redid my Myers-Briggs test, but this is different. This is by this lady Sally Hogshead. This is good stuff if you guys want to check that out. It's called How the World Sees You. I love those kind of tests to kind of see where you fit. Anyways, I said anyways. Linny makes fun of me when I say anyways. So these are those books. Here's a plant that I have kept alive. This begonia, I've kept this thing alive for like 3 years. It's not looking the best, but still. Anyway, over here I have some of these other books like novels, stuff like that. This is more my novel section. Isn't this exciting, you guys? Here's my spiritual section. So there's that, and then some more other, just kind of a mishmashy business stuff. This is mostly business stuff. Business stuff. There's a Brene Brown book right there. So that's it, guys. I got all your questions in, I think. This has been the home edition, so thanks for watching and being here always. Bessie says, I noticed that my stomach acts up with a change of season. Is this true? If it's true for you, right? That's not necessarily a normal thing, so I'd like to know why that's happening. Pay attention to your food log. Are you eating different foods, different season to season? Sarah says, can you recommend a good chiropractor in my area? I would love to. Just email me at support@thedigestiondoctor.com with a couple of choices. So send me like three examples of somebody that's near you, their websites, and I'll look at their websites and I'll tell you which one is the winner. Hey, Victoria, how are you? Sorry this is off topic, but one of my boys, whenever he gets up, has a high fever after falling asleep, will wake up and start crying and sometimes hallucinates and will seem fully awake with his eyes open. He did this last night. He only does this when his fever is high. Could something be going on with his gut and his brain? Well, what I'm thinking is his body is trying to correct it, that's for sure. But that's something that's not something that I commonly hear about. So I would talk to your PCP about that and just see what they think. That's more their level of expertise. Definitely not off topic to ask me that, but it definitely could be gut related. Is he on any prescription meds? Again, I don't know what his diet is. I don't know if he has nerve interference up in his neck. But that is an interesting pattern that you're describing there. So I would definitely check and reach out with your PCP. Yeah, it could be environmental stressors. That's true, Bogey. Good point. Yep, Kathy, these are always available for replay. You are welcome, Sarah. So yeah, support@thedigestiondoctor.com is my email for that. All right, you guys, you little cuties, don't forget VIP, Healthy Rebels VIP, check that out. And I really appreciate you guys so much. You love the home edition. I should do more of them. See, the thing of it is, though, if I did a home edition, it would not be on a Saturday. It'd have to be either late Saturday or something like that. All right, cool. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you guys is this salt thing. This is where I put all my sea salt, and I recommend this. It like opens. This is where I put all my sea salt, and I love this thing. I just love it. It has a little magnet on there. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you guys a little sale today. I haven't given you guys a little offer to get anything cool in a little while. So here's what I'm going to do. Anybody who buys anything, if your order comes to $100 or more on OmegaDigestion.com, I'm going to send you a free bamboo salt holder. You don't have to worry about there being a coupon code. I'll know who the orders are. So starting from right now through Monday at noon Eastern, anybody that buys anything over $100 on Omega Digestion, you're going to get a free bamboo salt holder. You're welcome. All right, you guys are great. Thanks, Larissa. Nice to see you. I'm happy you're doing better, Victoria. That's awesome. Hi, Sherry. Thank you. Mary, I missed it. You guys crack me up when you say I missed your question. Do you know how much I'm trying to handle here? Mary, throw your question in again. I know, Bogey, it's not. So yeah, OmegaDigestion.com. You can get things like Smart Carb. You can get Smart Probiotic. Smart Lymph is out of stock, but its replacement is RE2, virtually the identical thing. So I turned off the button to order Smart Lymph, but you can get its compatible counterpart, which is RE2 if you call the office. Yeah, Patty's going to be shipping like crazy. That's good. You're welcome, Melina. My pleasure. Shauna says, losing a lot of weight, and I went from 190 to 135 in 10 months, not intentionally. So this is something you don't want to mess around with. I'll tell you right now, go check out what's going on with your primary care. It's not natural to lose weight for no explainable reason. So that's why I want you to get that checked up. Again, don't mess around with that kind of thing. If you're losing weight or if you're concerned and you've not been to your medical doctor and you're having issues like this, go get that checked out. This is what they're great about. Oh, I'm frozen. Looks like I'm okay here, but everybody's dropping off. Don't know what happened.